Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the world of Movie Melee. I am your host, Kaleb Koho, and tonight we are in the semifinals of the team's tournament on the way to the Day of Judgment. It's going to be great. The 2 seed, the 3 seed in a rematch that was really good the first time. Back to formula, bring out your dad, going head-to-head again. Both of them having great success in the tournaments. To be here today, this is definitely one of those semifinals that you kind of expect on paper, especially with it being the 2 and the 3. But once it comes, you have no idea what to expect now that we are here. So very exciting. So we'll go ahead. We'll bring in our teams today, starting with the 3 seed. Bring out your dad, Jeremy and Dylan. You guys have had a really strong tournament run coming back. You also were like just a nose away from a number one contenders match earlier, playing Kumite. Both playing phenomenal there. How are you feeling about the playing back to formula again tonight?
I'm ready.
Never mind. Go ahead. Keep going.
Am I good?
Yeah.
All right. No, ever since the match ended last time and we lost on the last question, I've been thinking about it. I thought about it all winter. I've been thinking about it since we started the season up this year, and I've been wanting to do it again, and we get to do it again. So, I mean, there's nothing else to it. I just want to do it again.
Yeah, it's definitely deja vu because last time we faced each other, it was also in the semifinals of a tournament, and this time we literally just swapped seeds.
Yeah.
So, although I am sorry for dating this match, but I am a little worried because we don't do drug testing here, and it is 420 in Australia. So I'm a little worried about that, but we'll see.
Oh, unfortunate. Unfortunate indeed. Well, we wish you the best of luck in the match. We'll bring in your opponents today. He's been freaking out as soon as the comment.
I forgot it's 420 today. I'm actually so annoyed at myself. I know what I'm doing
back
today.
To formula, Jake and Mark. Jake himself forgetting a national holiday for himself, and very upset about it. You guys have had quite the tournament run to get here. And now you're in the semifinals. Again, last tournament, you made it all the way through, won the whole tournament, played for the belt. How are you guys feeling about being in the semifinals again tonight?
So last night, because I love doing this, I watched 5 or 6 Bring Out Your Dead back to formula matches just from last year in Melee because I really like doing that. It's fun. And when it came to the final match, which was the first time we played, Mark said something very interesting in the, I think it was the post-match interview of Sexual Chocolate, in which he said that the narrative of Mark and Dylan splitting up because unfortunately the record wasn't great, getting 2 new partners, just dynamite chemistry with those 2 lovely, lovely people who start with the letter J and becoming great teams in and of themselves and to have garnered great success in championships, title matches, number one contenders matches, finals, and success in the tournament, which is where we found ourselves in the exact same place last year. So this is similar in the sense that this is a sequel, a rematch, and I very much love that because I really, win or lose in that match, I really loved playing that. It was great. I loved playing Dylan and Jeremy. It was wonderful. And now we get to do it again. So the most stress I've had in this tournament was the last match in which we had to play Antonio and Bobby Kasner. And now that that's out of the way, we can just have fun with this match, win or lose. I'm just very happy we're in this situation again, in the semifinals again. We're in the 2nd and 3rd seed fight again.
Yeah, glad to be here. I'm glad we're, facing off each other. It's a breath of fresh air since I feel like our last 2 matches were kind of, a couple dick punches. Now, we're here. I don't mind if me and Jake lose to, Bring Out Your Dead. I mean, we played a really good match before, and honestly, they probably should have won that match. But me and Jake will try to win this one. Yeah,
and it'll be 1-1, which is great. Then that means we're guaranteed a rematch, a final match to decide.
There has to be a trilogy captain for sure. But with that, we'll get into round number 1, which works like this. You're each going to be playing individually for your teams through 8 questions from 8 different areas within the realm of general movie trivia. Should you get all 8 questions correct, you'll be issued a bonus question. You have 3 repeats for the entirety of the match and a challenge rule. Any questions as we get into round number 1?
Nope.
All right, guys. And your first question comes in the category of biopics. In Moneyball, Billy Beane is the general manager of what MLB team? One of my faves. Great one. Definitely sports season here in the world of trivia. I mean, you can call it the tournament season, but also like NBA Finals is happening. So, or like not finals, but the tournament. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Jeremy.
Oakland Athletics.
We'll go to Jake.
When I'm coming into power, I am banning all sports. The Oakland A's.
We'll go to Dylan.
I finally got a team question about this movie right. Oakland Athletics.
And Mark.
Yeah, the Oakland Athletics.
Oakland A's, Oakland Athletics, both acceptable answers, 2-2. As we get to your second question in the category of the 1980s. Who plays Frederick Treves, the doctor who takes John Merrick into his care in The Elephant Man? What a stumble of a question. I was like, oh, I think I know where it's going. No, I don't. Syllables, difficult. Shout out to the writers, though. They put in a lot of work on this one. It's a lot of good job. A lot of good job. I do no good job. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My English, no good. Pens down. We'll go to Jake.
Anthony Hopkins.
We'll go to Dylan.
Anthony Hopkins.
We'll go to Mark.
Well, I think at least we'll be tied. Said John Hurt.
And we'll go to Jeremy.
Yeah, we're tied. I said Laurence Olivier.
Anthony Hopkins is correct. So we are tied 3-3 as we get to your third question in the category of crime. James Caan plays the mentor to Owen Wilson and Luke Wilson's characters in what 90s crime film? R.I.P. a legend, Mr. Caan. I think he's been dead for a while. At least relatively. Trivia time is like dog years. 1 year for us is like 7 years for everyone else. In Trivia World, I'm like 68. Guaranteed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Dylan.
Bottle Rocket?
We will go to Mark.
This really Bottle Rocket?
We'll go to Jeremy.
Rocket.
And Jake.
Bottle Rocket.
Bottle Rocket is correct. So clean sweep 5-5 as we get to your fourth question in the category of comedy. In Blazing Saddles, the town of Rock Ridge is set to be destroyed due to the construction of what in place of it? Gonna give a quick little shout out to the video store for their series Canceled. Makes me laugh every episode. I deserve writing credit on one Rosario or whatever executive producer for one of them. I came up with one of those things. Came up with the Beauty and the Beast project.
Yeah, nice.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. We are gonna go to Mark.
I don't know. Railroad makes sense.
We'll go to Jeremy.
Yeah, it's a railroad.
We'll go to Jake.
That doesn't make sense. I said casino.
We'll go to Dylan.
I wrote something that didn't make sense. So
Railroad is correct. So we're still tied
That's
6-6. And with that, no perfect
Jeremy.
round. As we get to your fifth question. We've done like close scores and all. Fifth question comes in the category of horror. What type of creature is the titular character in Ginger Snaps? I thought like it lined up once. I was like, oh, 3-3 going into the third. And I thought I was going to keep doing that. It's just been one more than each question. I'm annoyed. It's going to bother me. It's going to bother me and no one else. And no one's going to care. Not one person. Cody's going to edit this and be like, what is he fucking talking about? His default. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go back to Jeremy.
Werewolf.
We'll go to Jake.
For a second, I was definitely thinking of Gingerbread Man. Werewolf.
We'll go to Dylan.
Werewolf.
And we'll go to Mark.
Yeah, I definitely always thought it was werewolf.
Werewolf is correct. So we're tied 8-8 going into the next question in the category of directors. Who directed the 2003 remake of The Italian Job? I almost did it again. I went 8-8 to the 8th question. No, this is the 6th question, Caleb. What are you doing? Falling apart. Long days. I miss every co-host ever. Not, I have to like host for the 2 co-hosts that I like usually work with. It's like, this is annoying. I don't have a Dylan or Mark here to make me look good. 5, 4,
How dare they keep winning in the tournament?
2, 1. Right, pens down. We'll go to Jake.
F. Gary Gray.
We are gonna go to Dylan.
Put Gray with an A, but still F. Gary Gray.
Mark.
F. Gary Gray.
And Jeremy.
Yeah, no, I said Barry Levinson.
F. Gary Gray is correct. So with that, back to formula takes the 1-point lead 10-9. Going into your penultimate question in the category of romance. What rank in the military does Lewis have in Casablanca? Again, big shout out to the writers. They did a good job with this. Good doc. Good doc. Keeping me on my toes. Throwing questions at me that I'm like, I have to be paying attention to say things correctly, even in simply stated things like this. So can my mouth make right syllable? 50-50. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down, and we'll go to Dylan.
Still haven't seen this out with general answer.
We're gonna go to Mark.
Captain.
We will go to Jake.
One of my least favorite type of questions. I said captain.
We'll go to Jeremy.
I also said captain.
Captain is correct. So we move into the final question of the round, 12-10 in favor of Back to Formula in the category of animation. In what animated film will you find an organization called the National Institute of Mental Health? Almost said that was the last one. I said penultimate. I was like, gonna wrap it up there. I need Twohig sharpness just in my brain today. I'm just like, can't. No, I don't want it. That's the hat. I'm gonna blame the hat. The hat's too tight. That doesn't make sense. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down, and we're gonna go to Mark.
This is The Secret of Nim.
We go to Jeremy.
It's like, I don't know. I said the box trolls.
We go to Jake.
I saw this many times at my grandparents' place. The Secret of Nim.
And Dylan.
You guys both spelled it the National Institute of Health Mental, but it's the Secret of Nim.
I realized that, but didn't know how to spell.
Secret of Nim is correct. So at the end of round number 1, back to Formula Leagues 14 to bring out your dead's 11. But anything can happen as we get to round number 2, which is the wheel round, and it works like this. You're each going to get a chance to spin from the lovely wheel from wheeldecide.com. If you like the category land on, you're going to get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece. You can opt to multiple choice, but devalues it down to being only worth 1 point. There is stealing in this round, so be aware. And if you don't like what you land on the first time, you can spin again, but you're stuck with it land on the second time. So your categories on the wheel tonight are 1999 to 2019 Jake Gyllenhaal, Fandom Criminal Underworld, War, Sci-Fi Fantasy, Comic Book Movies, 2010s, Oscars, Horror and Spinners, and Opponent's Choice. Back to Formula, you are in the lead. Would you like to go first or defer to bring out your dad?
Do we still want to go second? I'm fine with that. Even though I really like this round too, we also have to have a good. We have like even if it's 3 points, I feel good.
I feel like the wheel is kind of equally good for both of us. There's really no reason. There's no reason for us to go first. I would just say. Let's just go second.
Yeah. Also, you went 7 for 8 in round 1, Mark.
I guess so. Yeah.
That's like really good for you.
We're going first?
Yeah.
We're going second, but
We're going second. They're going first.
I don't think we actually answered the question.
There we go. Excellent. All right. So we're going to cut real quick because I realized I never hit a flag on this wheel. So we're going to do that real quick. And give Cody a clean cut.
I mean, we're going to know what it lands on.
I mean,
Wait, it's...
Fuck!
Yeah.
I literally had the old wheel on it. So I was like, ah, shit. All right. So All right, so this will be the first spin. If you land on war, would you like to keep it or spin again?
This is us, right?
Yes.
Okay, so good.
I'm not sorry. I'm clearly not doing it.
That's all right. I think we should probably spin again. Like it's not the worst category on the wheel by any means, but I think we should try for something better.
That's definitely not the worst one on there, but yeah, it's a great wheel, like they said. We can go again.
All right, we'll spin again.
All right, so we stuck with everyone on this spin, and you'll be getting the category of comic book movies. Bring out your dad.
All right. Good luck, Jimmy.
All right. All right. Are you guys ready for your questions in comic book movies?
Yep.
Yeah, I hope so.
All right, then your first question. Who plays Farley Claymore, a scientist and former ally to Reinhardt Lane in The Shadow?
I don't know.
Oh, it's
What has he
Ian
been in?
McKellen.
Oh, Ian McKellen. Okay.
Yeah.
If you're
Ian
confident, go
McKellen.
for it.
Yeah, Ian McKellen, final answer.
That is incorrect. Back to formula the chance for the 2-point steal.
Sorry, I just had a notification on my PC. I have no idea.
He was pretty confident, Ian McKellen. Is there anybody sort of like Ian McKellen that we could throw a guess? I have no idea either.
Maybe he's in the movie, but he's not that character.
Okay. Anybody else in the
Kieran
movie? You
Hines?
know,
I can't think of anyone else. Richard E. Grant.
3,
um,
2.
Richard E.
One.
Grant. Final answer.
As also incorrect, we're looking for Tim Curry. Tim Curry.
Okay.
Okay.
Different character, maybe you're thinking.
I guess maybe just the wrong character. Yeah.
All right.
Your second question in comic book movies. In what MCU movie will you find an artifact called the Eternal Flame?
Or Ragnarok.
Okay. Like, dude, which item was that in that? Just so I know.
It's
for sure.
what is he put Surtur's skull into the Eternal Flame to bring him. Loki does to bring him up, like at the end of the movie.
Gotcha. All right, go for it.
Thor Ragnarok, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question. In Constantine, why is Gabriel unable to smite Lucifer when he comes to collect John's soul?
Do you have any idea? I'm not 100% certain.
I don't know how they would want it worded, but Gabriel no longer has no longer has God's favor. Like they're being sneaky. I don't know what the terminology is. We should probably
It sounds
go to multiple
challenging.
choice. Yeah.
Do you want to use a repeat? We haven't used one yet.
Yeah. Repeat the question.
Repeat the question.
Here's your first repeat. Your question again. In Constantine, why is Gabriel unable to smite Lucifer when he comes to collect John's soul?
So you said because he didn't have God's favor? Is that what you said? Or how?
Yeah.
Like,
Does Gabriel cut off lose their? Oh, he's immortal. Oh my God.
do you want to go to multiple choice just to ensure that we get it or something?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll go to multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, Lucifer stabs Gabriel, B, God abandons Gabriel, C, Mammon tells Gabriel not to, or D, John burns Gabriel's wings.
It's probably B then.
It's B.
All right. Don't worry about it. It's all right. B, final answer.
That is correct for 1 point.
You're good.
Fourth question. You'll find characters known as Dr. Gravity, Night Bitch, and Black Death in what comic book movie?
Is that Kick-Ass 2?
Yes.
I think. Yeah. Isn't Black
Yeah.
Death I'm not going to say because I don't want to be racist if I'm wrong, but I think it's Kick-Ass 2.
Yeah, go for it.
Kick-Ass 2, final answer.
That is correct.
Danny Kalua.
Yeah, okay, I would.
You're not racist.
Okay, cool.
And your final question in comic movies. How is Roman Sionis killed in Birds of Prey?
Oh, it's like a grenade explosion, right?
Grenade explosion.
Let's
Yes.
just say explosion because they didn't. Did they say specifically?
No.
Okay. Explosion. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
Cool.
So at the
That's
end
the inner workings
of
of someone who
Charlie,
writes for
the
Melee.
18, Back to Formula has 14 as we bring back the wheel for the first spin for Back to Formula. And you land on Fandom Criminal Underworld. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
This is one of the ones we
Yeah, like
we're okay with.
we don't have to risk it.
I'm cool not risking it because like I don't know how fresh my Fast and Furious watches.
Like I think we do find it, but we don't have to risk it. So I just say we spin. And it's going to be strength, so let's just spin again.
Yeah, we'll spin again, please.
All right, so you'll be stuck with whoever land on this spin, and it is Spinner's choice.
Wow. I don't like this luck. Okay, so we can. I'm cool with sci-fi or 2010s. Or do you feel like 100% with Gyllenhaal? I'm cool with a general category because at least it's not going to be strength level.
I'm fine between sci-fi and 2010s. Like, which one do you feel better at of the two?
I think I feel better with sci-fi fantasy, but also I do like 2010s. I don't know. I'm sort of like even on both.
We've wrecked sci-fi before. Let's just do that.
Okay, we're gonna do sci-fi fantasy.
Sci-fi fantasy. All right.
What's the lead? That point. That's the score. Sorry.
It is 18-14. Bring it your dead.
Yeah.
So we'll bring up your questions. The category sci-fi fantasy. Your first question: who plays a father named Jake who buys a robot boy for his daughter in After Yang?
That's Colin Farrell.
All right.
Colin Farrell. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
Great film.
Your second question. In the 1981 film Outland, Sean Connery is a federal Martian stationed on a moon orbiting what planet?
I've never heard of this movie. So I would say multiple, because it's going to be the same four. It's going to be Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune. So...
Well, if we write, might as well make sure they got them. So, let's go multiple choice.
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are A, Mars, B, Saturn, C, Jupiter, D, Uranus.
Between the two, and I got it wrong. I really don't want to say Uranus. I don't think it is. Jupiter sounds like it would be. If I'm just spitballing and thinking what's the one that comes to mind, I'm thinking Jupiter.
I have no clue. I've also never heard of this movie. Jupiter sounds fine.
I said one of the moons, right? So
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. Jupiter, final answer.
That is correct for 1 point.
All right.
Your third question. In Being John Malkovich is best friends with what real-life actor?
Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, go for it.
Charlie Sheen, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points and the lead. Your fourth question. A spaceship called the Hunter Gratzner with passengers in cryostasis crash lands on a hostile planet in what 2000s sci-fi film?
Hostile planet. I have a guess, and I think it's Pandoran.
I think you're right.
But I'm trying to think if there's any other movie that's similar.
Do you want to take a repeat?
I kind of do, yeah.
4, 3.
Repeat the question.
That's the first repeat for Back to Formula. A spaceship called the Hunter Gratzner with passengers in cryostasis crash lands on a hostile planet in what 2000s sci-fi film?
Like they never get off the ship in that one though. Like,
no, and I know for a fact there is people in cryosleep. I'm just trying to think of any other movie during the decade that has that component.
I can't think of anything else that sounds similar to that.
I kind of want to go for it.
It came to you. I'm fine with it. Go for it.
Pandorum, final answer.
That is incorrect. Bring out your die. The chance for the 2-point steal.
Do you have any idea?
I was thinking Pandora, but I'm trying to think. Cryosleep at a hostile planet.
The only thing that came to me was Mission to Mars, but it's definitely not that. Also, they just studied Brian De Palma, and I would assuming Mark would know that in that case.
It wouldn't be Sunshine.
5, 4, 3,
I got nothing. Let's not waste a repeat.
1.
Mission to Mars, final answer.
That is incorrect. We're looking for Pitch Black. Pitch Black.
Oh, shit.
Oh my God.
I guess I remember when
Oh my
Sleep.
God.
Yeah, that is true.
I don't
Makes
remember
sense.
the beginning of that movie, I guess. I don't know.
And back to formulate your final question, sci-fi fantasy. Who directed The Hunger Games: Catching Fire?
It's Francis
Francis
Lawrence.
Lawrence. Yeah. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. So at the end of round number 2, back to formula leads 21 to bring out your dad's 18. But anything can happen as we get to round number 3, which is the pick your poison round, and it works like this. You each went through and you drafted categories and made a big board out of them, and now you're going to draft these categories down so you each have 4. So you get 4 questions worth 1, 2, 3, and 4 points in ascending value of your choice. Once your team has drafted a category, your opponent cannot take that category. We go until there is a mathematical elimination and a winner. Your categories on the potential big board tonight are Westerns, Oscars, horror, comedies, mystery thriller, sci-fi fantasy, war, and directors. We're going to go ahead and let these guys draft their categories, and we'll be back momentarily. All right, we are back. The teams have drafted the categories, and bring out your dad. Since you're behind, we'll start with you. What category would you like for a 1-point value?
Oscars 1. Yeah.
Here's one.
Oscars for 1, please.
Oscars for 1. It is. Your 1-pointer in the category of Oscars. Who was the most recent person to win Best Actress for playing a real person?
Oh, shoot. Okay. Shit, why am I blanking on who won actress this year? I know Jessica Chastain won for playing a real person. And
Olivia Colman win for a real person?
right, but that was before Jessica Chastain.
Okay.
Fuck, what won this year? Why can't I remember? Shit.
Well, yeah.
4, 3.
I'll just go Jessica Chastain. It's 1 point. It's fine. Jessica Chastain, final answer.
That's correct. 1 point.
All right, cool.
And the story.
Look, I remember that.
Right, yeah. I completely forgot. I never remember what just happened.
Yeah, it's not gonna matter if you remember it or not. Like,
What's the movie?
Yeah.
What's the movie? Molly's Game?
Oh no, Tammy Faye. What was
Yeah.
that called?
Yeah,
it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
fuck.
Like, we can
All
move
right,
on. Go ahead.
I still forget that somebody won an Oscar for being Tammy Faye Baker. That's hilarious.
Bring out your dad. You're still behind. What would you like for your 2-point category?
You want to take westerns or directors for
West-
this?
Honestly,
Honestly, westerns 3 or 4 kind of scares me. So yeah,
Yeah, I don't want another musical Western question for 4 points. I'm good.
right, yeah. All right, so we'll take westerns for 2.
All right, your 2-pointer in Westerns. Name both actors to play Rooster Cogburn in each version of True Grit.
Jeff
John
Bridges.
Wayne
Yeah,
and Jeff Bridges.
final answer.
That is correct for 2 points and a tie game. So we bounce back to formula. Since we're tied and you have more questions, we go to you. What category would you like for your 1-point question?
What is it good for? We're gonna take all.
Sounds good.
You're not gonna talk with your partner? Jeez.
All right, your 1-pointer in the category of war. Who directed Casualties of War?
Brian
Yeah. Brian
De
De Palma.
Palma, final answer.
That's correct for 1 point.
That was an oversight.
Dylan is like Nostradamus or something.
It's all right.
Okay, back to bring out your dad. What would you like for your 3-point question?
Directors?
Directors. Yeah.
We'll take directors.
Directors. All right. Your question in the category of directors. The Company You Keep was the final film of what Oscar-winning director?
Cool. Have you heard of this movie?
So Oscar-winning director.
What
John
could be like a good
Huston?
John Huston, maybe.
John Ford?
Did John Huston win Best Director?
I don't know.
That's a good
I
point.
think so. I feel like he did. but
John
maybe not.
Schlesinger, maybe, would be a good 4-point person. Jake made a face. Maybe that's it.
5, 4,
4.
3, 2.
Repeat, please.
Yeah.
As the second repeat for Bring Out Your Dead. The Company You Keep was the final film of what Oscar-winning director?
Robert Wise?
Yeah, he did win Best Director.
Yeah.
Shoot. See, I don't even know like the film, so I couldn't tell you like what time
No,
frame
either,
or
man.
anything. So like, I don't know.
Yeah.
John Schlesinger is the thing that popped into my head.
5.
Okay. I got nothing better, so.
John Schlesinger, final answer.
That's incorrect. You're looking for Robert Redford. Robert Redford.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
So
One Robert away.
You used Robert
When you
was
said Robert, I was like, oh shit.
So it comes down to this. Bring Out Your Dead. You'll have to hit your 4-pointer in the category of horror to send it back to formula. If you don't, back to formula, we'll be moving on to the finals. So your 4-point question in the category of horror is: in 28 days later, after he awakens, Jim encounters the first infected human in what type of location?
Well, he wakes up in a hospital. Is it at the hospital?
Man, it's been a long time since I've seen this. I don't know because he wanders outside, like he doesn't see anybody, and then he goes outside.
Okay.
Do
you know anywhere like? Does he go to like a park or like something like that? Like,
I'd say I just don't remember. I just remember the scene of him like walking through the city like by himself, and he's just kind of shambling around.
3.
Last one.
Maybe repeat.
As your final repeat, Bring Out Your Dead. Question again. In 28 days later, after he awakens, Jim encounters the first infected human in what type of location?
I don't remember specifically.
Like
subway? Does he try to get on? Does he look for transportation?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I got nothing. If it's not, I just know he wakes up at the hospital. I don't know anything after that.
No, it's completely abandoned when he wakes up.
Yeah. Do you want to say like subway station or something
5.
like that?
Yeah, just subway.
3, 2.
Subway. Final answer.
And your winner, back to formula. The answer was a church. A church. So we'll go to our second place finishers tonight in Bring Out Your Dead. Another solid performance all the way through, and I'm just coming down to those 3 4s at the end, like just like in the ballpark, because like you have the right scenes in the wrong orders on 28 days later, and then like you had Robert there at the tip, and you just had the wrong last name, and just so a lot of like really close pulls. How are you guys feeling about the match tonight?
I feel okay. I would rather have won, but but I think up until we haven't really missed any 3s and 4s.
It's true
at all.
We've been on a good run in round 3 recently, but yeah.
So it's like I guess we were due for some tough ones. Never would have pulled the director's question. Never heard of that movie, or if I have, it was in passing. So never would have thought of Robert Redford. This says some tough questions. I'm going to go rewatch The Shadow now because I could have swore that was Ian McKellen, but maybe not. I don't know. But good game.
Yeah,
it's
great game to those guys.
It's fair.
Absolutely. Well, while your run in the tournament is done, your season is far from over. You will be back in a lot sooner than you think in the summer. There's a match coming up for you with another team that you might know. Is there any team you're hoping that team is?
Team that we might know.
Kumite again. Let's do it. Epic
Kumite
rematch.
again.
Run back to Kumite. Honestly, close. It's a very close
Beers.
game.
We haven't played Law Deal, right? We haven't played Scott and Jacoby.
That's true.
That'd be
That'd be fun. Yeah.
Crazy.
That's my answer. Law Deal.
Crazy you say that because it is Ladia. You're playing Ladia. That's correct.
Oh, really?
Great shout because you
Yeah,
nailed your opponent on the head. You are
Interesting.
playing.
Okay.
You are playing Ladia.
Okay.
Thoughts on taking on Scott and Jacoby? You kind of hinted at it. That's a team you wanted to play. Now you get a chance to do it. How do you feel about playing Ladia?
Yeah,
I
it should be a
personally
good
have
time.
never beat Scott, so that would be fun. And Jacoby has an uncanny ability to pull answers out of his ass, and I
Yeah.
respect that ability.
I've
Like,
personally never lost to Scott. I've never played him before, also, so there's that. Actually, I did play him once in like 2020 in like Full Metal Classic, and I lost there. So that's a lie. Never mind. We'll play. It should be a good time.
I think this is going to be a great match. So we'll see you guys in the summer with that match. I'm very excited for it. You guys played great. Always love having you around.
Thank
Excited
you.
to see you guys in the next one. So
thanks, man.
I will say goodbye to Bring Out Your Dead for now. We'll bring in Back to Formula. So you, technically speaking, have won the trilogy in 2
I don't like that.
already.
No, I want there to be a third one still.
I think there has to be a third one still, but still a great showing today, through and through. And we got a call from the back. Best of 5. You guys will be advancing to the finals of this tournament. Once again, the last time you were in the tournament, you also made it to the finals. How are you feeling about the win, and how are you feeling about moving on to the finals?
I would say round 1 was like our best round 1. Like we both missed one question together. Like that's I'd say like a very impressive showing from us, and that's pretty much what guaranteed us the victory. We deferred in round 2, and even though it didn't change the points, like we were still up 3 going into round 3. It just got a little lucky in round 2, I'll admit. But then again, we did get opponent's choice against Bring It Dead last year, so maybe this has evened things out a bit. But yeah, no, I think it was smart on us. I'm a little bit now annoyed that we didn't go multiple on the Pandorum one, because it's the only one I could think of, and I didn't even think of Pitch Black, and I sort of just was overthinking it. But yeah, power of hindsight is an amazing thing. But I feel really good. I was still nervous going to round 3, and yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't know the 3. Robert Redford's still alive, so I just would never have thought of him when it comes to the question says last film. But yeah, I feel really good still. Like we've made it to the finals of the tournament 2 years in a row. It's gonna be the most boring finals ever, but that's something. I don't know. That's great doing it 2 years in a row.
I mean, same. Kind of the same. We a very good round 1 by us. I think it's maybe like the second time like I've gotten like 7 points like in a round 1. Just doesn't happen. I mean, it bodes really well for us if I can play well in round 1. Like we can beat anybody in their case in point.
And Dylan Jeremy did play well in round 1, like 11 points. Like that's nothing to sneeze at. And like they are great people I love playing. So it still feels bad that we won this match. I still I wished it was like a 1-1. So then the next match, the third final one would be great, like this epic Ali Frazier shit. But if we keep playing them for years now, I'd be fine with that. I would like a rematch still. They're great guys. And every time, the last match we played last year was like just such a fun game to play, win or lose. It didn't really matter who won. The fact that it was so close, and it was just a great match. I didn't think it was going to meet that level, but I was just happy that we got to play them regardless.
I will never be upset about playing Dylan. So
no,
so with you guys making it to the finals, you actually made Multiplex history by doing it because your opponents were able to win theirs as well. So both teams, obviously now the 1 seed,
who was that team?
Of course, will be the team you are playing here in the finals for the first time since the very first Melee Teams tournament. It's the 1 and 2 seeds in the final. Funny enough, one of those teams was your first team, Jake. It was them guys. So
we didn't talk about that.
A weird team didn't ever exist except on stat sheets. But Jake is part of 2. Both of them weird. How are you feeling about playing Ginyu Force in the finals?
Well, here's the thing. It's great to make it to the finals. It's great to play a great caliber team like Ginyu Force. I, for my own sort of ego, never got to play Ginyu in the concept. A couple of moments that almost sort of could have happened, didn't. But it's cool that I finally get to, tick that off the bucket list of trivia matches and play Ginyu and then, 3 round canonical because we don't really count Game of Factions, but Payson and David are a great team. I'm not going to deny that. They were champs for a reason. Them in the concept won the belts twice and have 3 defenses. That is hard to do. I know from experience. But it's the finals of the tournament. And you know what? I don't care if we win or lose, to be honest, because I don't really want to play Judgment Day or Judgment Night or whatever the hell they're called. I'm happy that we made it to the finals. And I look forward to playing Ginyu, and we'll see how that match plays out. But I just know that we are now set for the rest of the year. Doesn't matter what happens, we are set.
There were, honestly, after last year, there were only a few teams I really wanted to play. Ginyu Force is absolutely one of them. My win percentage against David is awful in trivia leagues.
Mine against Payson, not that great as well.
I'm pretty 50-50 against Payson, but you know what? I think the last time I was able to beat David, the only time I was able to beat David was whenever I played with Jake.
That's true. Game of Factions 2022.
And then the Game of Faction match, the only time.
Did we also beat Payson in that match as well? Because wasn't he with Bo in that?
I believe so.
That's right. They were both in that. We beat
so
both.
So we can beat them, is what you said. We are going to win this. Right, put it down, write it in ink. It's happening. It's done.
So you're saying there's a chance. I like the confidence. I think this is going to be a great tournament final. So congratulations on the win. We'll see you guys in the finals. So for everyone here, thank you so much for tuning into Movie Melee. This has been a great tournament so far, and I'm excited to see it capped off in the finals. Ginyu Force, back to Formula. It's coming up next week. Be there. It's going to be great. So for everyone here, that has been Jake. That has been Jeremy. That has been Dylan. That has been Mark. I have been Caleb. This has been Movie Melee. We'll see you guys real soon with another great match.
Goodbye. Later.
For you, Junior.
You'll always have Paris.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll wait?
You've been taken.
Bye-bye.